Everybody, Mark Miller here. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Today we're going to be working on controlling the weather inside of the Dungeons and Dragons game. So we'll kind of spec that out and talk about what we need to make all of that work. So let's do it. The spec. Well, it's going to be driven by viewer card play, which means we've got kind of this asynchronous triggering, OUS, sorry about that, synchronous triggering of weather changes. What's happening? Six positives in the house. Six positive, also known as Chairman Chikati. The code is a mess. Embarrassing, really. Are you even looking at what I'm doing on the stream, honey? Because I don't even have the code up yet. This is my spec. You can say the spec is a mess if you want. That might work for me. The spec is a mess. All right. How you doing, honey? You're going to go take a drive today? Perfect in every way. Karen's going to drive to a nearby town, big city here in Costa Rica. Perfect in every way. That's what I was thinking. Karen's with us now in the chat room. Rory's going to be with us in about maybe an hour and 20 minutes around that time. So we'll see Roy Becker a little later today. All right, so what's happening? The weather's changing. The weather changes in response to card play. I will come back when Roy is here, okay? And also, weather sound effect changes. Sound effects change in response to card play. And game play changes. Gameplay. Only one weather effect can be active at any time. That means we need a weather cue. We have a weather queue and people are paying for cards to change the weather, then we need it to be persistent across sessions. So we don't lose anybody's place if there's a crash or something along those lines. That's what I got for now on the spec. We also need creating weather cards. We need to integrate this into the card maker app. So we need to generate all the weather cards. The weather cards look like this. So I've got a couple different components here. One is snow, and it's got 3 layers. for a light snowstorm, a blizzard, and then a massive blizzard. Then I've got the same with rain. I've got layer kind of level 1, level 2. It's Jetsam! It's a winter wonderland. David McCarter just sent a tweet out there saying thinks we should do the test runner on the show. Okay. I'll just reply real quickly to him. Okay. Sounds good. Want to be a guest? Talk about the Code Rush test runner. Got it. Okay. Haven't got enough of that stuff up here. Thanks. All right. We can stop the snow. I'm in Costa Rica right now. I thought it would be refreshing. Let's get some light rain here. Maybe some drizzle here. A little bit of drizzle coming down. Or, you know, we could do like a massive heat wave if you want. If that's going to warm you up. Do something like that. Maybe just a regular heat wave there. Bring that up a little bit. Works for me? All right. There we go. So we got a little bit of heat wave going on there. We'll probably change that back to light drizzle so we can see more of the screen. Okay, so basically I've got cards in different categories: snow, rain, fog, wind, and heat wave. And each one of those has a different level. Each one of those categories has 3 different groups. So wind's got 1, 2, and 3. Light fog, or fog's got the same 3 levels, all of that. So we need to integrate this into the card maker. The card maker, as you recall, looks something like this, where we can create a whole bunch of cards, and these are example different cards in here. These are cards that are currently published right here. These ones right here. We've got some Say Anything cards at the end. I want to add a button, you know, right near the end of this. Here, let's create a new deck. Here, I'll show you. I want to add a button in here that is going to say Add Weather. That's what I want to do. So let's work on that right now. We'll add the weather. We'll try to create the weather cards, make all that work. By the way, actually, I need to check some stuff in. I refactored the card maker to break card creation into distinct classes. How are you doing, Judson? Where's my cocoa butter? Your cocoa butter? Yeah, it's raining again now. You need an umbrella now, Judson. All right, so let's stage that. We're going to stage all of those. What do we got in here? Yeah, this is all part of that refactoring. Yeah, all of that there. We'll stage all that. All right, let's push that up. Commit. Cool. Next. I think I kind of want to base it on the Say Anything factory. So this is the refactoring that took these pieces out. So I'm just going to take this, select the whole thing and duplicate it. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to call this the weather factory. Like that. And we're going to have a method called create weather card. I'm just going to hit escape now to clear all of that. We don't need this one anymore. But we are going to need code that looks a little bit like this. So this code right here, set rarity, this just determines how rare the card is going to be. So what that allows us to do, since we only have, and here let's kind of, I want 10 different levels of power. But we only have 3. What's going on, Mark? Well, we only have 3 levels, right, for each of the weather. What we're going to do is we're going to get the power distinction by changing the rarity on the cards. So let's maybe create a slide just for this so I can take a look at this. So we got power levels, 10 power levels. So at power level 1, for example, let's do this. At power level 1, we're going to have pudding. What you doing dumping pudding on me, man? So let's just look at this. Let's say we had, oh man. Everybody's jumping in this morning. Same I do every day. So,
is in the house.
So let's say we say light rain, and we're going to have a rarity of let's say it's rare, like that. So rare is has a lower percentage chance of being drawn than common, for example. So this is like maybe a 20%, 1 in 5 kind of thing. Epic is like a 1 in 10, I think, and legendary is a 1 in 20, roughly, if I'm remembering correctly. And we can change all of that to its streamlets. So we're saying light rain is rare. And so basically we have only the light cards, maybe. Only the light cards, and they're all rare. Like that. Level 2. We're going to have light cards, and they're going to be. Wait, is this right? Do I want to do this? No, I want to change this to epic. And these are rare. Light cards rare, and in addition to light cards, we're going to have medium cards. And they're going to be epic. So we're just kind of shifting as we go, as we move up. And then we're going to have light cards are going to be common at this level. And these are going to be rare. And then we're going to have some, what I'm calling the heavy cards. And they are going to be epic. Like that. And so that's level 3. And then level 4, no light cards anymore. Common, and this is going to be rare. And at level 5, we have no medium cards, and these are all common. Okay, so that's great, except for the problem is I've only got 5 levels, and I want 10. So we're gonna have to figure this out a little bit more. Maybe I say this is levels 1 and 2. That's 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I think I'm going to do that. Can I turn this into a table? Nope, it's straight out insert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 9 and 10. So that'll give us our 10 power levels. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll say content. And then that will content / rarity. Sweet. Power level down. There we go. Okay, so we'll need that. All right. So set rarity. I think I'm going to need I think I'm going to need an enum in here. Let's start by moving this to its own file. Okay. There's no more multiplier here. There's nothing going on there. There's no offset either. The card name. All right, so let's think about that with the card name. I think we're going to go with the same names that we've already got here on top of all these cards. That's what I think we're going to do. Those are not declared anywhere, so we're going to need to get a list of the card names. And I think I want to get I think I want to create another class to do this. Like a weather specialist class is what I'm thinking I want to do. And it's going to have a method inside of it. Let's make this abstract. Like this. It's going to have a method that's going to return back the name for it. So we're going to have a method that returns a string, call it get name, get card name, and we're going to pass in is it a power level? Maybe a weather level. Here's where I want that enum. Weather level. Light, medium, and heavy. Cool? All right. Where's this, by the way? Weather factory is right there. Okay. So let's move type to file there. Let's go back. Get card name is going to get the weather level. And then we're going to, this is going to be abstract and public. That. Okay. That's going to turn to string. Not sure what else we need from this. Let's create a descendant of this. We're going to call this heat wave. Like that. And we're going to override that. And we're going to do something like this. We're going to switch on this. And if it's light, we're going to return say For heat wave, if it was light, it was just heat wave. An intense heat wave, massive heat wave. So we say heat wave. Intense heat wave. And massive heat wave. All right, and we'll actually make this one be the default so we can get rid of that. Okay, let's get card name. Cool. So now we've created our weather specialist. I think I want Weather Factory to have an array of all its weather specialists that it knows about. So I think I'm going to create a static constructor here that's going to now I want to see a new list of those. What do we call that? Our weather specialists. That, and then we're going to come in here and we're going to say weather specialist in the constructor. We're going to say weather specialist dot add new heat wave. Sweet. Now we just know all our weather specialists. Cool. Create weather card. I think I want create weather cards to actually return a list. I want to have a different version of this that returns a list of weather cards. Like that. And let's have it return null for now, just to clean up the underlined error messages there. And by the way, how's everybody doing out there, kids? How you doing, Copper Beardy? How are you doing, Pudding? You guys are doing well today. All right, to create weather cards, I think what I can do is this. Super Sleepy. I'm going to do a for each in here because I kind of know already what this is starting to look like. This is going to be, I'm going to have all my weather specialists in here. And I'm going to come in here. That's 5 more minutes. Please, 5 more minutes. Gotcha. And then we're going to, what I want to do here. It's raining. Yeah, I got it raining right now. I thought we'd do that in, you know, we can do a little of snow if you want instead. A little better, a little light rain, a little drizzle. Okay, so let's see. These are going to take care of our weather specialists. We got to then figure out which levels to pass in. Create weather cards. Basically, it's asking for two things: an actual power level and a base power level. Let's go look at how this is working with the other one, with the, for example, say anything on this. We go create anything card. We're iterating through the different, all the way up to the top, or wait, some top end above the power level that we're at. So the second parameter is the base power level. That's kind of where we are, and then we're kind of going up beyond it. So kind of what happens as we go higher than. It's kind of what's going on with the second parameter, the actual power level. So actual power level could be higher than the base power level let's see. Could be higher than the base power level right there. Not too bad. Enjoying the moment of silence as the dog snooze on the sofa. I can relate. So I'm not sure I'm going to continue this kind of theory going in here. I think I'm really only interested in what the actual power level is. So I think I'm going to change this to just this. Change this as well. There's no base power level coming in. We're going to set the rarity, but we are going to so we're going to go through each one of these weather specialists, and then we want to say create weather card, and we want to pass in the specialist, and I think we want to also pass in the weather level based on that table we just created a second ago, based on what the actual power level is. So what I think we want to do is something that kind of does this, like a switch statement that does this. That's what I think we want. So let's try that. So say switch. And 0 or 1. Actually, it's going to be 1 or 2. And if it's 1 or 2, then we're going to say create weather card. And the light card's all epic. So we're going to say weather level dot light. And I might as well just throw in the rarity since I know it right now. Rarity dot epic. Like that. And then we'll pass in the card data in the active deck as well. All right. Let's declare these pieces that are missing. I don't care about actual power level anymore. Other level, we're going to pass in rarity and card data, just like that. Great weather card. This should be good now. What's wrong? Boom. Weather specialist. Okay. Put that weather specialist in there too. There it is. Okay, cool. So now we got our our create weather card call is looking good. Now we're going to set the rarity here. So we'll say card.rarity is equal to rarity. We're going to say card.name. I think I'm going to start with the weather prefix. That's what I think I'm going to do. Let's bring in weather specialist dot get card name, passing in the weather level. So that'll give us the card name. So add the word weather there. The style path is going to be, the style path is where is it getting the cards from? And it's going to be pre-made. Pre-made. Description. We're going to need to get the description from the weather specialist. What is this underlined? What is my problem here? That's my problem. Okay. So get description. Let's go declare that. And we'll have to do something along the lines here that makes sense. Do something short for now. Heatwave one word? Good, it's not. Okay. All right, so we'll do something like this. The cards themselves have, you know, a description of what's happening on the cards. What is happening. Like this says fire attacks are +5 to hit with double damage. You know, that sort of thing. So we'll add those here. Okay. Let's move it to its own. Move these to their own files. Okay. All right, so we got our description. Additional instructions are going to be lasts for 1 minute or 1 round if played in battle or while the clock is stopped. So put that there. Alert message. Username played. I think I want to get the alert message. I want to get it from the weather specialist. Okay, I'm gonna make a Code Rush feature request here. All right, kids, here's the feature request. I'm right here, and I want to turn this, I'm in an abstract class. Not that that's super important, but I'm in a method that's got a throw new not implemented exception in it. It's got curly braces in it too. I want to do this. I want to type in AB to get abstract, and as soon as I do that, I want it to take that, to take all this away and put a semicolon at the end in C#. That's the feature request. That's what I want. That's it. Pretty simple. AB template should turn an empty method or one with a with an exception, or one exception throw. To abstract. Maybe I'll say fully abstract. All right. We're dog fooding Code Rush kids. Doing it 5 days a week, I think, here. Doing it live, so you can see us doing it for real. All right. Go find this one. Let's implement. Can I do it from down here? Can't really do it from here. Okay, let's do this. That's what we wanted. Get alert message. Get something going here. Okay, return username. So because of the Q, the tense of this, I can't really say they brought it on. I have to say it's bringing on instead. And if nobody else is there, nobody else is in the queue, it'll just start the effects. But if somebody is in the queue, then it's still true. So I'm going to say is bringing on an intense heat wave. Like that. That'll work for now. Okay, so there's my get alert message. Good. Card plate. So this is the code that is going to be executed. And right now I don't know what that code is going to look like, but I guess it could look like this. I think it's going to look like this. We're going to say add maybe Q weather effect and am I just going to do card name? I'm going to do this, get card name. Put that there. So the code will do this. And then is that it? It's just the card username, the card name, is that enough? Let's do one more thing. I want to check my weather spreadsheet. So I guess my question is, do I want to trigger them? Do I want to trigger the weather effects using this keyword here? Or do I want to give it another keyword and make that work in another way? Or I want to create one more piece in here. It's kind of like this, called get effect keyword. I think I'm going to do that. This one right here is what I'm going to do. Get effect keyword. Let's go declare this as abstract. Okay. And so the effect keyword for the heat wave is going to be heat wave, massive heat wave, or intense heat wave, one of those three. Shoot. That's exactly how we're doing it. Okay. Intense heat wave, massive heat wave. Good. All right, cool. So get effect keyword is there. That's what I'm going to pass in to the instructions. And that's going to be the second piece here. And I don't think there's anything here. Oh, we got the tell-all here at the end. Yeah, so the question is what am I going to do here? I'm feeling like it's one more of these. I think it's going to go like that. Card played. Message. So something like this, maybe thanks to username, here comes the heat wave. Something like that. That'll be the text we send out. So you get the card played message is there. Okay, click add all layer details. Here's where we're going to go and figure out what we're going to select. In here, set weather layer visibilities. Yeah, so we really only need weather level, I think, being passed in. And then we need to figure out how we're going to select these different layers right here. Whoops, what am I doing here? What's wrong here? Oh. Okay, next, look at the cards. So the name of the layer is going to be, in this case, I think Heat Wave. It might be 10 Heat Wave, but I'm pretty sure it's not. That's all taken off. So it's just Heat Wave. So we are going to need one more piece here. Get image layer name. I don't think we need a weather level here. Just looks like that. Okay, and this is going to return heat wave. Wondering if this is all we should move this over to Google Sheets to make it all data driven. Thinking about it. Let's see. Get image layer name. Okay. And that's going to be this first part. And the weather level is going to be the second part. An alternate name, and we're just looking for the number 1, 2, or 3. So it's basically weather level to strength. And I think that's it. I think we want nothing else really here. I'm okay with the random card backs being selected. No, we're not, because we already have the backs on this. I just want to make sure all the other layers are off, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the case or not. So say make sure all the other layers are off. Now, how's our build at this point? Build succeeded. Next, we need the UI. We need to build the UI off on the card maker. So we got to go look at looking for like add spells. Here we go. These are maybe more complex than I want. What's it look like when I do? I have to say anything like same thing. All right, fine. Looks like I got to go with all of this. We're going to say add weather cards. Someone's controlling the rockets from the drone commands. Chat room. Probably Surly Dev out there. System says, good thing it's raining. Good thing it's raining. Okay, so here we go. We're going to change this. Let's see. A couple things we're going to link up here. Menu. Weather level. That should clear up the invalid markup, I think. No? What's missing? What's wrong? I don't see any drone commands in the chat. Odd. Yeah, no, because we've got them out over here. There's Surly Dev right here. If you want to now control the drone without spamming the chat, you can do it over there. Cool? Cool. All right, what's my problem here? Add weather cards. That looks good to me. Let's just kill it. Kill it, everything's okay. All right, what's my problem here? Maybe there's not a problem, it's not dying yet. Maybe it just didn't know. Okay. That feels better to me. Okay, so now what I want to do is change this to add weather cards.
Hello.
How you doing, Roy?
I'm doing good, my friend. Wow, you got some weather and some flowers.
How you doing, my friend? You good?
There you go. Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. I got some weather and flowers in the house. Add weather card. Something's wrong here with my my XAML, but I don't know what it is yet. Just get that in there. Huh? Really? It's gonna make me do each one? Okay. All right. I actually only need to get to level 10 on this right here. Thank goodness Rory's here. Now the show is going to rock.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been pretty good so far. Unfortunately, I have missed all of it to date.
No worries. I'll catch you up to speed in just a second. I want to just solve my... What is my problem here? Let's get rid of my event triggers here and see if that now makes this possible. No? Okay. Undo. I'm kind of a little bit... I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what the problem is. Let me just do a build. I wonder if a build would tell me what my markup problem is. Window start tag on line 1, position 2 does not match the end tag of stack panel. Whoa! I've got like an ending piece I'm missing? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't quite make sense to me. I get it, but there's something I'm... If I come in here to button... Oh wow, it goes all the way up to stack panel. Look at that. Okay, so something's definitely in this space I'm missing. Button.
What I tend to do is to collapse things I know are good. So if you take like that array of context menu items, you could just collapse that because you know that's good, that looks fine. And that brings everything closer together, allowing you to see where the problem is. But you can also end up hiding the issue with that. So it's a bit of a, 50-50.
Okay, let's go look at each one of these triggers. Let's use selection increase here and see what happens with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all looks good to me. Let's do selection increase here. What I'm missing? Something I'm missing. And now we go to button. We go to here.
Okay.
To here. That looks right.
So we have 2 buttons that are basically good.
And then up one more. And we get to here before we went to stack panel, I thought. Well, we're in add die mods. Hold on, I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's not be there. I wonder if the fact that I'm in the wrong spot is indicative of the problem. You see anything mods we just looked at too, which are not my problem space. Problem space is down here. Let's do it again. Yeah, that's what looked the same before.
There's a strange indentation for tab control and the line underneath it, just beneath where you are. There's an extra indentation. Is that intentional? Or did a line get removed?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go over to get a diff going over here.
That's a good idea.
And let's see what we got here. Looks like I added the word stack panel. That's my problem. I got an extra ending token. That's what I think is my problem.
That'll do it.
Let's see if that deleting that solves the problem.
So what's likely is that you copied the button from above to here, but included 1 extra line in what you copied.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But now I want to put it.
You want to move the closed stack panel underneath it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Exactly. All right, let's get you up to speed and tell you what we're doing. We are controlling the weather. Is what we're doing.
Hey, that's what you do if you've got superpowers.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly what you do. It's going to be fun, I think. So we're going to do it with cards that viewers will be able to play during the Dungeons and Dragons show. So these are some of the cards out here they'll be able to play, and there are different levels of weather changing effects that you can invoke, that you can bring on. So different levels, and we've got visual effects for each one. I'm working on kind of heat wave now. It's my kind of sample on this. But I'll show you what the visual looks like. It kind of comes in more abruptly than I'd like. I'd like a smoother transition, but it looks like this.
That'll toast you up pretty nice.
Yeah. I kind of want to combine this with my my Lifex lights so that they kind of glow orange when the heat wave is hitting us. But it's that's a massive heat wave right there, and there's I think maybe it makes sense to accompany it with like a sizzling sound of like an egg in a frying pan, something like that. This really says, so when we finally get to go to the strip club, can we play the hot and humid weather card? Yes, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, so let's see the spec. What changes in response card play? Well, the weather video overlay effects, the weather sound effects, and gameplay changes.
Yes.
Driven by viewer card play. Asynchronous triggering of weather changes, and only one weather effect can be active at any time. That means we need a weather queue, persistent across sessions.
So no blizzards during a heat wave.
Card, right, exactly. Duration is going to be equal to 1 minute. Or 1 round if played during battle. Because 1 round in battle could last minutes.
Yeah.
During battle. Okay? I'm thinking about longer durations at higher levels, higher power levels. So you can maybe, like, say, for example, play a weather card for 3 minutes or 3 rounds. But no. Every time I think about it, I end up saying no. Every time I evaluate it, I'm like, no, not going to work. Okay.
Yep.
So we need a weather queue, persistent across sessions, because there's a financial aspect with the cards. People will be paying for the cards. So we got to make sure that all of that works out well. creating weather cards. We're now in the process of doing this now, integrating this into the card maker app. I want 10 different levels of power, but we only have 3 weather levels for each card. We got light fog, fog, and heavy fog, or heat wave, intense heat wave, and massive heat wave. We've only got 3 levels. Get the power distinction by changing the rarity on the cards. And so what I'm going to do is at power level 1 or 2, only the light cards, and they'll all be epic, which means they'll be hard to get. Okay. Then I've basically, said if it's 3 to 4, we're going to do the light cards rare and the medium cards at epic rarity. So these different rarity levels here correspond to different percentage chances of being drawn when you get a deck.
Okay, so what's the difference though between a light card rare and a light card common? It's still just a light card.
Yes, same card.
Now, but with a different power level. Thus,
No, same power level. They're both gonna. Different power level here.
So
the power level is basically So basically, I'm going to create decks at different power levels. Is what I'm going to do. And so the deck at power level 1 or 2, the weather cards in those will be the same. But power level doesn't really show up beyond what deck level these are going to be showing up in. I just wanted to explain what the rarities are. As I understand them, this could be totally wrong, but I think the chances of drawing versus other rarities, is basically 60% for common. For rare.
I guess what I was wondering was that given that you've got a light card that's rare, so 30% chance based on what you're typing in there, but you'll get a light card with a power level 3 to 4, right? Alternatively, you'll get a light card that's common, so a 60% chance of getting that, and its power level will be 5 to 6. So you've got a higher chance of what looks like a higher power level on the equivalent card. But you said you only had 3 different states. So on the assumption that one was difficult to get and the other was relatively easy to get, but I ended up having one of each, are they actually different from one another from a perspective of playing them?
That's a great point, Rory. That's a really good point. In that the problem here by making these common is that it kind of they really shouldn't be here. Is kind of what I think is going on here. Well, I don't know. Maybe light cards.
I mean, this is a problem caused by you need 10 power levels and you've got 3 3 degrees of intensity, you might say, right, for the cards. So you have to distribute them. You have to have duplication of a sort. But my question is, if a light card level power level 3 to 4 could be made to differ from a light card level 5 to 6 by, let's say, the duration that it lasts, then there's an incentive to get the higher power level, which is in theory rarer, and thus, Am I making any kind of sense?
You are. The problem is I get back to duration. I can't do it with duration. Maybe I do it with a multiplier. Let's consider doing this by adding a multiplier in here. So let's say that we can, maybe a multiplier and an offset combination. So we can, for example, these cards have things that they can do. Create light fog. No, I can't really do the multiplier. The multiplier is going to be hard because I have to create a bunch of new cards for it, and I don't want to create a lot of these.
Well, if you can't change the effect, if you like, of a card by multipliers or durations, perhaps change the ease of use by lowering the requirements to. Well, no, because it's not even got requirements, because it's just a card played by a viewer.
At any time. Any time. No, I'm kind of getting your concern here. Here, I'll just kind of throw this out here in terms of what I think. This is my rough estimate on this. This is probably not right. I think this is actually like about 6 or 7%. right here. So if all things are being equal, I don't know, this is probably like more like 10 and that's like 20, something like that. So,
3% chance getting no card at all.
yeah, this is my memory.
Yeah.
I'm not, and we can
Parts
tweak
per
these.
X, yeah.
Yeah, we can tweak these. And within each one of these, there's you can adjust these individually higher or lower for a particular card. But, yeah, going to the higher power level, it's... All right, I'm gonna keep implementing this for now. I'm gonna think about it too. There might be a better way to do this, but I'm really not getting it. The other way we can do it too is we can just say only light cards here, only medium cards, and only heavy cards.
Are the power levels indicative of the cards or the packs or decks that they come in?
The decks that they come in.
So you could have a quantity of cards. The higher the power level, the more of the rarer cards. So it's
Well, that
depreciates the rarity.
That's what rarity is doing. Yeah. So maybe let's consider this a second. Hold on. Let's see.
So a level 1 or 2 deck is going to have X cards, most of which are they're all light. Okay. Whereas a very powerful level 10 deck is going to have a lot of rare cards in. Somewhere in between, you've got this trade-off between light and then rare.
Yeah, I'm playing with this legendary like this. I can break that into 2. Yeah, I can break this into 2 as well. So we're kind of doing that.
Which is the more powerful end of the power levels? Is it 1 or 10?
10 is more powerful.
Okay.
So now what I've done here is I've got light cards are rare, but they're still rare here. We don't switch to common until we get to here. I'm kind of liking the greater granularity. It's kind of going to what you're suggesting, right? It's kind of what the original design of this was as well. But let's see here. This one's going to change from epic to legendary. Like this. And I think, should medium cards still be epic here? Legendary. I'm going to say no. They'll be rare. We're just going to change. Okay, so this is 5. This is 6. So as we introduce a new piece, it comes in first at legendary. So all light cards legendary like that. And then when we introduce medium cards, they're on level 3. They're legendary. And when we introduce heavy cards right there, they're at legendary. Right there. And then at this point, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are going to be just like they are, I think. Because we're not introducing any new cards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Dock here for a second because it's a little hard to see. Sorry, come on out, Surly, but that was a little tricky to see for a second. So your lowest power level is going to have only light cards, but they're all legendary?
Legendary refers to the rarity, meaning the chances of drawing them are low. Chances of drawing.
Sure, but that's in the lowest power level. Maybe I'm missing something. This is not equivalent to expense in any sense. So let's say there's $1 for deck of cards or pack of cards, right? That's a cheap perhaps pack, and there's another one available for $5. When you spend the $5 on the pack, I'd have assumed you got a higher power level. Have I made a mistake there?
No, you do. So
okay.
So what happens
but doesn't
is
that increase the chance of the legendary? You've got legendary at the most basic level there.
Yeah, most basic. You can get the lightest, weakest of the cards if you about 7% of the time. At
Right,
power level
okay.
2, you pay $2 or whatever. Let's say this is $1 for that, $2 for that. You get those light cards 10% of the time, or whatever it is. Maybe that's 12 or 13. Okay. Then you get to you pay $3 instead, and you get a light card maybe 20% of the time.
Okay.
Okay, you get a medium card 7% of the time. What's happening? And then but the thing is, I think once the cards are common, like this, I'm almost wondering, do we take them out?
So yeah, every pack inherently has common cards, right? And then it's how many of the cards which would otherwise be common, right, have a percentage chance of effectively elevating to one of the other levels.
To some degree, that's true. Now, with, for example, the die mods have got like 12 or 13 different levels, right? And so the lowest level is common at the power level 1. But as we move away from it, it becomes less and less common. And ultimately what I end up doing is I end up taking a slice of about 4 of those levels at any of those power levels and say, okay, these are the 4. To give you an example of that, let's go take our D&D app, let's run it. And I need to make changes here. I haven't finished this whole thing. Oh, well, okay. I think it's because of add weather menu item click is not in here. Build failed. I think that's why. Let's go. Well, I'll just say that we're doing a slice is what we're doing. Hard to demonstrate it right now, but okay. So let's duplicate this. And this one is going to be nothing for now, but we will change this at some point to create the weather cards. All right, now I think I should be able to run and I can do a quick demo of that slice I was telling you about. No books. Wait, what did you say? No, I didn't see that one. Mark, no books, big books. Oh, that's why we pay Roy the big bucks. Got it. Okay, so if I add a new deck and I come in and say add die mods, I've got different choices of power levels. If I choose power level 1, we've got a skill bonus +1 all the way up to skill bonus ± 4.
Yep.
See, there's my slice right there. If I add another new deck and I say add die mods, I can pick power level 10, and we're just capped off at 10. Okay.
Yep.
Let's add another deck and let's add die mods and let's take power level 6, and now we go from 6 all the way up to 9. So there's our slice of 4 different layers in there. That's what's happening. Now notice over here the rarity is common for these, right? But as I go higher, the rarity gets rarer. So they're in the deck, but harder to get. The higher level, do you see what's happening there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, though, at this point, I've cut off on this deck level, this power level, where I've said power level 6, I've cut off any opportunities to get lower level pieces, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right? Those are no cards, there are no mods in that deck. So this idea of cutting off once we get to power level 7, the light cards maybe make sense. But I'm actually thinking cards are common here. So if something's been common for 2, we get rid of it. Medium cards have not been common for 2. Or maybe it's not, it's that when the next level up goes common, we get rid of the piece below it, is what I think we do. So I think that's kind of what we're going to do. I think this is what I'm going to do with the power levels right now. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, does that help answer any questions on this, Roy? Do you have any concerns
I think so.
at this point?
I'm happy to see where this goes, because I feel like this is also very data driven. Okay, we can come back and revise the data. And I'm fairly sure we can build a system that works on the basis of it, test it out, and see what we get. And if the data isn't quite how we want it, we tweak the data and we make it work slightly differently.
Yeah. Okay. So now we want to do. Let's go look at this one for a second. Okay. Let's duplicate this. Let's say create weather cards. Power level, and I need the weather factory. We need to do something in here. Let's go back and put this in here. Like that. So just put that in there. What do I need in here? I need an actual power level. So we're just going to do this. This is going to return back a list of cards. Then I'm going to go through each of those cards and I'm going to call hook card events. Because I need to do that here. That's not something the factory does. It doesn't have knowledge about hooking the events or the event handlers or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that feels like that part of the glue or connection is working. Now this is where we are going to put in that... we're going to put this thing in. I wonder if I can copy this to the clipboard. Wouldn't it be sweet if I could copy that and paste it in the comments? Oh, man... was that like, I almost want to be like, kind of paste it in here. Ooh, that makes me sad. So it's pasting it in, I think. All right, let's copy
it's tricky,
it from
isn't
here.
it? Because the copy paste mechanism is a lot of people don't sort of understand how it works under the hood. Essentially, when you copy, you take many different versions of what you're copying sometimes. You copy some text in Word, it's got pure text, so you can paste it straight into Notepad. It's got, it takes the styling so that you could do a paste into another copy of Word. And arguably, you could take a graphical image, so you could paste it directly into MS Paint or something like that. So I guess we're choosing the wrong one out of those options to paste, whereas Adobe...
I'm suspicious. I actually think there's... I think one of the options in there that's coming in is has a transparent background, is what I think. And so we're showing black text, not getting the backgrounds, maybe? But I'm going to report an issue for it and have the devs take a look at it.
Cool.
All right, devs, take a look at this. I have this table inside of, in fact, here, just to give you steps to reproduce, let's create a 2x2 table and watch this. Maybe add one more row below here. Let's do this. Property. Come down here, say name. And down here, say location. Oh no, I'm gonna get this right. Hold on. Column to the left. All right, so here we go. Name, and you want to say location, and we're going to say Rory is in the UK, and Mark is in Costa Rica. And we'll kill this third one. Delete column. All right, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. And now I'm going to come in here inside a comment and I'm going to paste. It comes in blank like this. Is what it is. Deborah Sources, I mean the image, not my wonderful drone format. I even moved the drones out of the way. Did you see that? I didn't see that.
I noticed that. That was very good.
Okay, so that's how it comes in. If I go in here and I paste it in, it comes in correctly. I can note that once it's here, I can copy this to the clipboard and come back in and paste it in over here in a new comment, and it comes in how I want. But the original one from PowerPoint does not come in. That's the bug. So take a look at that. Pasting tables from PowerPoint. Fails to render cell contents. It's a bug. Take a look at that. And the drones are back. All right, cool. So let's go back and get that other piece that I want to get in here. I think I actually have it in my undo stack. There it is right there. Okay, so this is what we want to do inside this switch statement here. So,
okay.
Whoops. Break. All right, create weather card. Weather specialist. Weather dot light. And the rarity is going to be legendary. We're going to do that. And we're going to, that's all we're going to do actually there. Okay. The next one, we're going to do all of these light at epic, level 2. After that, we've got level 3, and we're going to create light cards that are rare. Notice Code Rush was like, I got you, Mark. I see what you're doing here. And then we're going to go from there to medium cards. Wait, level 3. Medium cards at legendary. Whoops.
Okay.
Legendary. Cool. Then we're
Yep.
going to take that and go to 4. 4 is going to be my light cards are common. Oh, no, wait. My light cards are rare. I'm keeping them rare here for a moment. And my medium cards are epic. Okay, that's 4.
Yep. That matches, which is good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you double checked that because I was like, my eyes are like, wow. 5. Light cards are common. I'm going to come in here with common. We're going to
Medium
say
bronze are rare.
that's good. And then we're going to have one more down here.
Heavy legendary.
Thank you. That's actually helpful. Legendary. Sweet. That's level 5. Level 6.
Common, rare, and epic. Just the last one changing.
Yeah. I was just thinking about something else. So here we go. Level 6, common, rare, and the last one's epic. Okay. Working our way. Let's get this and move this down. We're down to 6. We did 6. We're just down to these 2. Cool. Okay.
Now, the actual data for this feels a little off because you've got a power level 7 and you're not going to have the common light ones, but you are going to have common medium ones.
Yep.
And you're going to have, was it rare?
Yeah. Heavy rare cards are rare.
I thought rare was... Oh, I see. Sorry. Effectively it's more frequent.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It's this. Right there. Chances of drawing. That's what's going on. So common cards are more frequently drawn.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
All right. And then we've got 9 and 10. And the medium cards are not there at all. And the heavy cards are all common. Okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I go through all the weather specialists. I create the weather cards. We can get rid of this now. Or maybe I take it back. Hold on. Maybe I keep this in the code. Let's just undo the crop on here. like that. Okay. Just so we see what's going on. All right, cool. I'm almost thinking we can run. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing the triggering code, I think. I think we didn't quite finish that. And maybe we did. And maybe we did. All right, let's start it. See what happens. I didn't even check the XAML designer to see if the button we added was showing up. But since we have no errors, I'm assuming it's there. Okay. I don't like that it's say weather cards. That's enough to make me go crazy and stop it without testing it. Say anything mods. Add weather cards. All right, go. All right, added weather cards, power level 1.
Okay.
No cards created because I think I never created my heat piece, maybe?
Well, all of our other calls to create cards, weren't they... They were non-returning things. They were affecting the active deck.
Oh, I'm returning null flat out because I'm not actually creating these. Let's do
So we
this.
should be actually iterating not the returned value, but the active deck.cards or something like that.
No, we
Or is
just
the
need to
active
collect
deck
them.
ones drawn from?
We need to
Okay.
collect them. Is what we need to do. So everywhere that I've got a create weather card needs to be result.add weather card.
Okay.
I think that's probably what I think we got to do.
Yeah, I was looking at that code earlier thinking it doesn't return anything. Maybe what it's doing is it's affecting the final parameter, which is inherently a collection of cards. So create and
yeah.
add is kind of
No,
what I assumed.
Yeah, no. It's just that I wrote it at the very beginning of the show, and I was like, let's have it return null for now. And I was like, oops.
Okay.
By the way, on the Kids Code show,
Mm-hmm.
we created this super cool interactive regex explorer tool.
Okay. Things you don't expect to be happening on the Kids Code channel.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Let's go to GitHub. I'll show it to you if you guys have time. You want to download it here. Kids Code. Like Kids Code 1 is where I want to go to. Hold on. GitHub Kids Code 1 repositories. This guy right here.
Okay.
I'll put a link in the chat room. It's very well done, and I've been thinking about it since I built it. It is that we can take it to the next level, and I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. What it does is it allows you to create a regular expression you want to find a match for interactively, and then generates code for you. So if I have a regular expression that has named groups, it'll generate code like delta X, delta Y, delta Z. It'll generate a class that has those as properties. And then I can pass it the sample string and get back delta X, delta Y, delta Z in a class, right, that I can reference. Or like I can say phone number, address, city, all of that, right? And now it generates the class for you based on the named groups.
Yep.
It doesn't, the one thing it doesn't do that I realized it needs to do, I was thinking about doing it, like just cranking it out like this morning, was it doesn't identify lists and create properties, generic list properties, but it's going to. It totally will do this. In other words, if I have matching, one or more,
Mm-hmm.
Or if I have matching, 0 or more, it'll create lists in those two cases. So it's super, super cool. And also the UI is great. As you know, we do nothing but great stuff. Yeah, it's not expected to go on there, but we had to go to a place. What we're building on the Kids Code Show is a vector visualization tool. And to make that work, I knew that I needed to be able to type in something like this. A equals 1, 2, 3, moving, with delta x, delta y, delta z, and maybe 2, 2, and 2.
Yeah.
I need to be able to type that in, and later I need to be able to type in a plus b. And maybe type in b is equal to 4, 5, and 6, right? And I wanted to be able to support that, or this, or that, or this, or that, or this, or that, or my vector, whatever it's going to be, right? Like that. And I wanted all of that to work. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So,
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, so including, negative numbers or 2.45, whatever, that is, all of that had to be supported. And because of that, I realized I couldn't go forward without teaching my son about regular expressions. So that's what we did. And if we're going to teach about regular expressions, we needed to build a viewer so we can see the regular expressions, right? And see if they're correct or not, see the matches as soon as they're matched up, right? So we can immediately get that feedback. And the tool is beautiful, very simple and beautiful. And I'm going to take it to the next level at some point. I think I'm also going to incorporate the logic, I think, into a future show where we build like a Blazor page, a Blazor web page, using this so that people can then go generate code and use it.
Yeah. Visit the page, use the tool.
Yeah, it's so freaking powerful, right? If you notice, like...
What are you using for the code generation? Is this a Roslyn kind of thing? Or?
No, I'm using, strength, adding together. Come on, it's a kid's show. It's a kid's show. That's all I'm doing. But
I was just wondering how your son's coping. He's like, Mom, Dad's got his squirrel cannon out again.
He's got therapy before and after the show. We buy him 2 hours of therapy every show, before and after. I'm kidding. No, he's coping well. He's doing well with it. Okay, so I think now we're going to have some. We need to get almost done. Almost done. Let's get this. And what's happening here? So all keys getting hit. And there, and there, and there, and there. Okay. Now let's see what happens. My result is null. Uh-oh. Get back up there, and now run it. Weather. Heat wave. Got no image. So what's going on there? The pre-made, it's not grabbing the images apparently. Let's go solve that. And nothing is coming up here. Go back to pre-made. Nothing is being loaded from pre-made.
I notice it's the only thing in there with a hyphen.
Well, actually, it's not entirely true. There are pieces that are being loaded up. When I select them, they're not updating, which means we're swallowing an error. Oh, that's it, Rory. This is me. This is me, by the way. I'm just looking at this and focusing on my life and all these others. This is Rory. Mark, I noticed that's the only one with a hyphen. And you're right, we use hyphens to mean something. It may have something to do with it.
It's possible.
Let's see what happens if we switch it to pre-made like that. And we come back into our code, look for pre-made. See how we do there.
I'm really disliking the search and replace window in Studio at the moment. The results screen, at least, it seems focused on the thing you were searching for, but is quite prepared to sacrifice showing you the start of the line it was in.
So you're talking about the results view of what we just saw?
Yeah, it's great when you're searching things that are fairly short lines. It's not a problem. It's not, and it's only the result window. But you notice that when the results come up in that, if you've got very long lines, it kind of individually on a line-by-line basis will scroll right to find where your phrase was in the line, and is quite happy to sacrifice showing you the start of that line. So you need a line that first of all exceeds the width of your code column. So it's it's unlikely, I guess, in many pieces of code. But I've got large amounts of XML in config and some of the stuff I write, and yeah.
All right, here we go. Like this line, right here.
Yeah. So if you were to search for type of or whatever's beyond type of, do you see that at the end?
Yeah.
If your search was for that, it would show you that, and it would miss off the public static at the start. Just on that. In fact, character sheets is probably the thing to search for.
Okay. Let's do that.
There you go. Okay, so you can see it on the second item under the character sheet, XAML CS. You see how whatever's at the start of that
right here
is gone, and actually most of those lines are now missing text on the left. And I guess it depends how your mind works.
This space right? All the way out here.
Yeah. Yeah. So if your mind is only focused on the thing you're searching for, that's fine. I mean, obviously you can double click any of those and jump to them. But if somehow you get a kind of a mental latch that wants to look for stuff that's on the left to help find the kind of line the thing has been found on, you can't.
You can't even see it if I make more room for it. This is slightly insane. Hold on, let me pull this out a second. And so if I make more room right here, it still doesn't change this.
No. I think it's in an effort to try and line up all of the instances that have been found as close as possible.
No.
Because if you look at those, they're all pieces of the phrase registered root event or register rooted event, right? But they've got different levels of cutoff going on. And yet all the phrase character sheets on the right-hand side are relatively close to each other as you look sort of up and down.
This one's not, though.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm looking for some justification. You're right, it's not a perfect justification at all. It's just a weird choice.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
But there you go. My current pet peeve.
Let me just click on these. What are your thoughts on, hold on. Uh-oh, did I just crash Visual Studio? Again! We've seen 3 crashes on this show in response to dragging Windows in. Kids, there's another Visual Studio crash for you right here. Visual Studio not responding. This happened when I dragged, just killed it, shut it down. Visual Studio not responding all the way back down. I'm restarting it. I want to see if I can duplicate that. All right, so let's do a search. So we can duplicate this crash. What did we say? It was character sheets. So we're just doing a search for stuff. Let this finish. Then we'll pull this out. Matching lines. 46 matching files. Why don't I see anything here? What is going on now? Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I think that was load on demand right there. That might have. Oh, it might have been CodeRush because CodeRush was loading too. You might take a look at that too, just from performance hit. Look at the log files. So we've searched for this term, and then what I want to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to try and drag it in here. And I'm not letting go of the mouse yet. I'm just kind of dragging. Looks okay. Not crashing. All right, let's drop it here and move the mouse while I drop it. I think that's the key, is moving the mouse while I'm dropping it. And that looks like I got a crash.
Wow.
See what that is, kids. Go find that. Okay. Let's restart it.
Things that really shouldn't be able to break Studio.
Right, exactly.
I mean, there are some complex things you can ask it to do, and I kind of feel for it in some moments where I think, yeah, okay, maybe we're asking a little too much. But dragging and dropping the find results window was not really on that list.
And dropping windows into dock areas, I guess is what I'll call it. Okay, let's pop that in there. Okay. Now, we need to figure out, we're going to run it again. See if pre-made without the hyphen has any impact. I'm not sure if it will, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I just noted it was the singular difference between the thing that was definitely not working and previous ones which allegedly were.
Yeah, okay, let's add a deck and let's add some weather cards. Power level 1, heat wave, only one of these. Yeah, nothing's working still. It does get these other pieces, but it's not able to find the images, which is really bizarre, and also bizarre. We must be swallowing an error message somewhere.
Have we broken everything?
No, I don't
Is
think
there
so.
other decks
No.
that...
Yeah, we see stuff everywhere else. Everything else is
Okay.
good. Okay, so let's go figure out why our weather card isn't working here. Let's add a new card. Let's set its card style to pre-made. Yeah, it gets all these. None of these are loading up.
Ooh.
Could it be? Hold on. There's maybe a data problem. Let me go in. Layer text options. I think I might need to have something here for this to work. This is for throwing in text and stuff like that. I'm just going to copy this and paste it down here. I'm not actually going to be popping any text in there. Let's restart. Okay, cool. Now we need to turn off like everything needs to go off except for card back and the weather piece that's selected.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Heat wave is here. We've got, we don't have the other layers. Why can't I choose the other layers? Oh, they're turned off. And actually, we want card back off as well, because these already have their backs on them. All right. Okay. Okay, so we're getting close. We need to turn everything off but the one we want, the layer we want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in here. Select layer visibilities. Let's see if there's some example code out here, because I am not remembering the method call. Abilities. Here we go. Hide all layers starting with. So we're looking for something like hide all layers except. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So set a breakpoint here. Let's add some weather cards. Let's go to power level 5. And then we're going to say card dot. Do I have a hide all layers starting with? I think I really want to hide all layers except image layer name. Ooh. I've already got to hide all layers except in the card layer manager. Cool. Hide all layers except. I wonder if it's the same thing. Let me do that. I think it's not the same thing as my. Let's go look at it and see what it does. Just. Yeah, that gets a layer passed in, not a layer name. Okay. All right. Let's continue. And see what we've got now. So now we have a heat wave, a massive heat wave, and intense heat wave. Good. See how the card name is matching this. I wonder if I should call it change weather instead. I think I'm going to call it change weather. It's a little longer. Okay. All right, so now we've got that. Let's create at least one more weather specialist here. That. Yeah, speaking of data driven, I'm thinking about making this data driven. So instead of creating classes,
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking about doing.
Makes sense in the long term, that's for sure. Easier to create stuff that way.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Where am I going to put it? In the deck data? Maybe the deck data. Let's create a new sheet over here. We're going to call this weather. Cards. And we need to create a new class. Weather specialist, descending from base weather specialist. Let's implement it.
So the theory here is that we should be able to carve out data spots within this class, which can be filled with data from the sheet, which will cause us to be able to entirely replace the existing weather specialists. So the heatwave weather specialist should be reproducible with data and this now abstract-ish class.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is take these overrides and just copy them. And I'm going to pop them in here instead. And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna do exactly what you said. Which means we need 3 different layers. For each one of these, we need 3 properties. So for example, for my alert message, I need like an alert message light, maybe? An alert message medium, and an alert message heavy. Like that. And then here, we're going to simply return the medium one. And down here, we're going to return the heavy one. Thinking about changing medium to, well, I was thinking about it, but now we'll just keep it. Think about changing medium to nothing at all and just have light and heavy as well as alert message.
Okay.
Okay, so there's step 1. Get image layer name. Now we're going to get this. It's going to return the get image layer name property. So it's going to return the image layer name property. Sorry. Come up here. Let's do this. Let's do one other thing. Might as well get this started right here. Let's give it the column attribute. Use Google Helper up there. Let's give this the what is it? Sheet attribute? Sheet name? This sheet name is going to be What is it? D&D deck data. And the tab name is going to be weather cards. So I need column here, column here, column here. Should image layer name be the indexer? Maybe. Like that. Put that up at the top. Because that'll be like, you know, the one, that'll be like heat wave or whatever, the snow or something like that. So we'll do that. All right, so we're good. Whoops, I need a column here on alert message light. Okay. We need to start building this, so let's go ahead and grab this. Put this out here, so we'll put that there.
It's almost a weather type name, isn't it? That's the sort of meaning behind it.
Yes, it is. But I'm specifically using it to find the right image layer, so copy that, paste that in. Yeah, these messages are going to get hard to see because they're going to, you know, disappear. But so there's not a great solution to this whole thing, but it's, you know, kind of not bad.
Well, I mean, equally, how many of these do we really need? You've got 3 there for that. Are there? You're going to have another 3 for the get card played message,
and another 3 for the card name. So there's 9 at least.
So it's 9 of those. Yeah. We can make the rows deeper as well. Allow a bit of word wrap. I think we've done that for code before.
True. All right, so I'm going to do that right there. So now we're going to take these. We're going to select that, take this whole thing, duplicate it, paste. Look at that, kids.
Yeah.
That's Code Rush for you kids right there.
That is indeed.
Okay. So let's see here. Get card played message is there. Get card name. So we'll do the same thing. We're going to copy that. Come down in here. And we're going to... Ooh, I wonder if I could do this. Hold on.
I was thinking you could probably duplicate selection again.
Just one. Copy that. Paste. I didn't quite get the right piece selected. I didn't quite get it selected. It's not card played. It's card played message is what it is. So take that, selection increase, copy, come down here, paste, and then now we're going to say name. Like that. Get rid of this right here. Card name.
It's still a lot of code you didn't have to write.
Yeah, same thing here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab that, mark it with multi-select, copy that, paste it, and put in name. You mark the time. Rory, I think I want to make a highlight for this to show how easy that is. Okay, effect keyword and description. And yeah. So we got 2 more to do. So we're going to keep going, using this technique to write the code very quickly. Mark that like that, selection increase, copy, come down here. That's going to be... Actually, let's do this before we do it. Let's take all of that and get that. Paste it. And this is going to be effect keyword. That. That's something to clip by mistake. Again, just selecting the piece we want, like that, using multi-select, grabbing the whole thing. And, oh, look, it didn't grab it that time. Oh, because I have to copy it? Is it copy and paste? Is that what I need to do? Select that whole thing, copy it, paste it in. There it is right there. Effect, keyword. That. And then finally description. Is that you via Skype, Rory?
Yeah, that was just me noting the time for you of when you'd mentioned. 1 hour, 58 minutes from the start of the stream, I think.
Okay, cool. That's close enough. Should be close enough. All right. Back up here. Copy, paste, description. All right. So yeah, it's a lot of fields. I'm not sure I'm any happier, doing this, but
Less code to maintain.
True. I'm about to.
More data.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
it's good. It's just I'm not into the spreadsheet-like nature of this. I'd like to much rather have a form-based kind of entry. I don't know if Google Sheets allows me to do that. I don't think it does.
I think they do for new rows. I'm not sure about maintaining rows.
All right, so
I've never used it myself, but somebody I know has thrown one of those together before.
Description light. These are last 3 columns, I think. Okay, I've got all my columns in here. Now let's populate them with data. So let's take this guy, move it to its own weather specialist, to its own file. And let's take our heat wave and we'll get rid of our heat wave, moving these pieces over a piece at a time here. So it's interesting. I just realized I've got interpolated string here, but I don't actually need it here. Well, I need it to change these braces to, I think, a double set of braces. So if I take it off, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I think.
Which means that by the time it's actually in the... It's an interesting one. Do you need it even with the double when you transfer it to the spreadsheet?
Yes, I do. Because the double is actually used later and turns into a single when it's inside of an interpolated string. I'm pretty sure. So this get alert message is actually put right into... Let's see if we can find it. The alert message. Oh, it's straight in the alert message there. And I'm not sure where alert message is used. Here's an example of an alert message. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. That's what I think. Okay, so here we go. Alert message, medium. Copy that. Come over here, alert message, medium. There you go. Heavy. And then light.
Selection, expansion, ever so useful in situations like this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Card played message, medium. Oh, wait. This one.
Oh, right. Yes, just that one.
Okay. Let's start with light. Go there.
Now in this case, you're still looking to get rid of the double curly braces.
Oh, thanks. Hold on.
So,
good
because
job.
they're only there because of the interpolated string.
Yeah. Okay. Start with light. Get to medium. And then go to heavy, like that.
Now, I wasn't maybe paying as much of attention before, but you appear to have done that in the reverse order to that which you did for the first set of 3 messages. Did you get them in the right place? Light, medium, heavy, light, medium, heavy?
Yeah, pretty sure I did.
Okay.
I was kind of focused on it. Let's see what we got here. Medium is intense. Heavy is massive.
Good.
So yeah.
Because you seem to be copying from top to bottom, but I didn't see the order you pasted in, so maybe that was where it was fixed.
Yeah, no, I pasted them out of order over here, and I had copied them from top to bottom and pasted them out of order here so that they would be in the correct order. So card name light is there, card name medium is here, and card name heavy is here. All right, effect keyword light is there. Heat wave, effect keyword medium, intense heat wave, and heavy is massive heat wave. Description. Bring on a heat wave. Medium is there. And description heavy here. All right. Next. I'm going to get rid of heat wave. Just going to comment the whole thing out. We should get a problem somewhere. I think in the weather factory where we're creating these. There it is right there. So now what I want to do is I want to say weather specialist. I want to say weather specialist is equal to Google helper dot sheets, Google Sheets dot load.
Get. Is there a load? There might be.
No, there's not. And we're going to probably base weather specialist. No, weather specialist, because it's the one that's got the attributes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's find. We're going to change this to weather specialist. Let's see if that runs. If it runs, let's see if it creates a new intense heat wave.
Yeah.
And if it does, let's then, delete our heat wave class and come back and add like another one for snow or something like that. Adding a deck, adding weather cards, to power level 4, and it looks like it's working.
It does.
We should have code over here too. Yeah, there you go. Q weather effect is up there. Card username heat wave. Thanks to this, tell all needs quotes. It needs quotes here and here, I think. Oh, no, wait. No, not there and there. Here and here. Is that right? Username. Let me see username. No, I think I want to change it, is what I want to do. This is like really, it's not quite giving me enough room off to the right here to see everything. Let me fix that a second, because I'm struggling to see the, let's see, look for code. Should make this 550, take 100 off of each one of these two. Okay, better. Okay, I think I want to change this to thanks to. Now, here, card user, wait, I thought I had a username. Yeah, I've already got it right up here. Why isn't IntelliSense helping me with card username? Okay, so that's what I want.
Yeah.
So that's what I need, I think. I need to change two things to get that code. In here.
Does your IntelliSense understand interpolated strings?
Yeah.
It must do. It's highlighting it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I get card good, but not card username. Is it because card username is not a string? Let me see if I get card username up here. I get it here. I wonder if it thinks card username is not a string, but even if it's not, it still should give it me there. Interesting. I'm going to just make a note of that so I can follow up on that later. Card username, no IntelliSense. In Avalon. Okay, so I think all I need is this as my string. That's what I think I need as my string. So let's go look at that and figure it out. That's here. Comes the heat wave. Here comes the intense heat wave. And here comes the massive heat wave. Okay, then I need to put quotes around this, I think, because it was without a quote. It was missing quotes at the beginning and ending. All right, so let's go do that. That's got to happen. Card played right here. This is the line that's got to change, right in the tell-all, right there. Okay, all right, so let's generate one more time. Add a new deck. Add weather cards. Level 3. That, and I think that's going to do it. See how those look. I gotta set, you know what? Because we didn't reload the data. I made the changes, we didn't reload it. Let's go reload. Let's stop it and start it. Yeah, that looks better. Use card username. Here comes the heat wave.
Yep.
All right, intense heat wave is here. Sweet. All right, that looks good. Let's see if we can get. Let's delete our heat wave. All right, that one's dead. Let's go create a real quick one. Let's duplicate this. Copy, paste. This one we're going to call snow. And load message live. Bringing on some snow. Maybe snow instead of, should we say light snow? Just snow.
A few flakes.
Yeah, a few flakes. Alert message mid-medium.
Snow.
Bringing on. Let's go look at the cards a second for inspiration. What are my cards? Did I close it? Oh, wait, I bet they're here. All right. So I got snow. Oh, snowstorm, blizzard, massive blizzard. Okay.
Okay.
Bringing on a snowstorm. Bringing on a blizzard. Bringing on a massive blizzard, I think. Here comes the snowstorm. You know, we could almost, play with English.
It's interesting. I wondered if there isn't a way of abstract. The thing is, you want to have a bit of space, a bit of room for maneuvering with variation. If we weren't so concerned with, how we've done this organic thing in other places where there's just a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, that's subtle variation.
Yeah,
if we weren't interested in that, we'd stick the phrase snowstorm, blizzard, and whatever at the start, and we generate all of these other columns.
Yep.
But it would make the sets very, very similar at that point.
Yeah,
and it might not always suit.
Well, the other concern is Hold on a second. Let's look up the keyword here. Keyword. Wait, do I have different keywords for each one of these? I think, right? Yeah, keyword light. So keyword light for snow is snow light. Snow light. Medium. So medium and then snow heavy. All right. The other thing is translation, right? Localization is much harder if we do this, and so I'm really kind of avoiding that. I'll just try to use a coders feature inside here. Camel case nav. Bring on a snowstorm. Yeah, and you have problems also with articles, like should it be an or a, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So bring on a blizzard. Bring on a massive blizzard. All right, let's run it and see if we get a second level now of cards being generated. How's the weather over there, by the way, Roy?
It's warming, slightly.
Add weather cards.
The rest of the UK has gone through a period of snow. We never saw any down here. We're too near the coast. But it's getting there. It's all right.
Cool. So check it out. We got rare and legendary for intense. This one's rare. This one is even more rare, being legendary. And the same with this, Snowstorm and Blizzard. So cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it seems to work. And it seems to work pretty well. Just, missing some data. Next, I need to make this work. Q weather effect.
Yeah.
So let's rename this deck to weather test. And I think let's upload it. Actually, is there anything I'm missing? There's a power level. Actually, hold on. Let's delete the deck. Oh, it's going to make me delete each card. It's going to be faster to just kill it and restart. I want to find that power level, which has 3. It's 5 or 6 is the power level. It's going to have 3 of them in here. Let's do power level 6. So we're going to do that. So let's, whoops, nope, I don't want to delete deck. Add a new deck. We're going to call this weather test. And we're going to add the weather cards at power level 6. And nice. So now we're seeing the pieces that we're expecting. Let's save and update these images. When I'm saving them, it's uploading them it's saving them locally, and it's also uploading to Cloudinary, which is just kind of for backup in case I ever want to host a website and have a reference to the cards. And now let's go ahead and upload these. Let me save this, and let's go ahead and upload. Upload, and finally upload. All right. And save it one more time because it's marking on them all as uploaded. Next, let's go to Streamlabs cards.
And we've rewritten our API again.
I think they've got my. I just
honest.
On a hunch, Rory, I'm going to search for my name to see if. Okay, it looks like I'm okay. All right, we're good.
No, not Mark Miller clause.
Except streamer terms and conditions. What's that? What are you doing there? All right, I'm going to have to read this in depth. Immediately suspicious. Okay, weather test is there. That's a good sign that it's there. Manage the collection. It's publish the cards. That's a good sign. All the cards are up there.
It is.
All right, let's come in here and test the card. We should get an error, I think. It's playing. Why do we get an error?
Why did you suspect an error?
I'm expecting an error because it's trying to execute code on card played, cue weather effect, which doesn't exist.
Have you got a stub method for it?
I just made it up today. So,
Okay.
that's not, oh,
good
wait. It's not able to find the card because we haven't reloaded everything over here. If we reload it now, because this is stored locally, it's stored in this page right here. And this page, somewhere in here, you're going to see that piece. There's cue weather effect right there. But this page has not been reloaded by the main window, which is running the show. So we need to reload everything. That should reload it. And should give us our error. I'm hoping. If we're not, then I'm going to be like, oh man, what did I do?
I like your logic. I think there'll be an error. Yeah.
Let's see if we get one. Give me something. I was really hoping to see a dialogue pop up, but I don't see one. I do not see a dialogue.
No.
So no error.
Is there something in those terms and conditions? You agree we don't need to show you any errors?
Yeah, it's not them, it's all me. So we need to go figure this out. Could it be that reload everything doesn't load? Let's just double check. We'll find reload everything. Does it, all known cards, it does invalidate them. Okay. We should totally, we're not, maybe the exception is swallowed to protect and not report it. It could be there that instead only while debugging that we see it.
Okay.
I think we're going to need, let's close this down. I think we're going to need to debug it is what I think we're going to need to do. Let's try one more time because I'm really expecting to see an exception in here. We'll start up making the Dungeon Master app, our startup project. I'm a huge fan of
Surly's drones.
Synchronized drone. Yeah, makes me want to invest more in the drone stuff. Go back. There's a bug in the animation for these. The blades should be, fluttering back and forth. You should get a sense that they're spinning.
Right.
I love trash.
Nice. Yeah. Seriously. Professor Scott here. Okay, so we're running? Okay, we're running.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go play the card. See if we get any errors. No errors. Let's go figure out where the card played event is being fired. See if we get it here. Not getting here. Okay.
Well, if we're not triggering the card played event, we're certainly not going to get an error. That's true.
Yeah, let's see if that's only for pieces there. All right, let's look at this a different. Let's look for redeemed. Here. Set breakpoint here. Go. Okay. Command is play card now. So that's going to send the command out to make that happen. Your card received event. That's if somebody actually receives it, but nobody does. Card played event if necessary. This is triggered it necessary for target, if there's a target.
Yeah.
But if
But this is just
no
a general
targets,
environmental.
yeah, we need to still trigger the card play event. So okay, if what I want to do here is I want to say something like this. If target IDs dot count is equal to 0, then I want to have a different triggering mechanism. This one, I think. I need to get my card event data first. Yeah, I know, I'm using min value. I haven't refactored over here yet. Card event data, how do I get that? There it is. Right there. Maybe I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. All right. I can't do that. Maybe I can because it's a new one. Oh, wait, it's an overload though. It's going to say edit and continue. It's not going to give it to me because I've already got something else named this, I think. I think that's what I want.
Okay.
Wow, it worked. Okay, GT Craze is bringing on a massive blizzard right there. Okay, getting card event data, we've got it. And the target character ID is min value. Cast spell, target creature comes back null. Target comes back null. Now we're doing the expression, Q weather effect, run.
This is where we expect our error.
There we go. And now I got the error. That's what I was expecting.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, my friend, I'm going to have to leave you with your error.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, having reached the accurately awesome location of having reached the error we were trying to get to.
Awesome! Contribution! Awesome!
Oh, no, we interrupted party 3. Surly Dev, you did it yourself, man. You interrupted party 3. I don't think you can bring it back because there's like a delay now that, it's a timeout for it. I'll bring it up for you. I think I'm going to do a raid, Roy. We'll end the show now. We'll come back tomorrow with more of this, I think.
Okay, bud.
Thanks for helping, my friend.
I look forward to it.
We'll
no
see you
trouble
later.
at all.
All right, buddy.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Get a raid going here. Hey. No channels I'm following right now are broadcasting. Let's go to the stream team. Valerian, let's go check out Valerian.
A lot of stuff. So I just gotta keep an eye on this, I think. Make sure that I don't have anything get in there. This would really be one of those instances where a first aid cyclone separator would really come in useful. You know? So, let's get this
Derby.
back up.
Valerian does roller derby. I can't tell what's happening
man.
though. We're just
So I
looking
just
at
saw,
the floor.
A
Chail
Sunpro,
codes?
like,
All right,
which is
Shirley's
a
asking for chail codes.
solar energy, like a roof company,
You got it, Shirley.
and
I will follow chail codes as well.
just driving around. I'm like, oh man,
Boom.
I bet.
There we go. Get that raid started. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.